No. Stay. Alright, I'm gonna have to fix the signing thing in a second. That's coming, people. Alright, 1 second, because I always have to do this, because it's never clear. Okay, guys, this is just a quickie, a real quickie. I was trying to shrink wrap some bath bombs, and I was trying to get as much life as I could out of my impulse sealer. But lately I've found I've had to repair it more than normal. So, in case you're wondering, this is an impulse sealer. This is an 8-inch. No cutter on this one. It actually cuts when you adjust the temperature here. So anyways, what was happening, I don't know if you can see that, it's got a rubber piece here that closes down. On the top, there's a Teflon tape. Underneath this Teflon tape is a wire, just like, I don't know if I can show you, if you can see that, this little piece here, that's the rod. And then underneath that, under here, is a piece of Teflon tape. It looks like this, and you put it in between, okay? And what it does is the heat, it sends an electrical current through here, and it heats up, and it melts your bag either shut, or if you set the settings higher, it sets it to cut. So anyways, I've tried to stretch this as long as I could, but it's to the point now where it's absolutely toast. So I figured I had to fix it, so I would just show you guys how I fix it, in case anybody has to do this themselves. The stuff's not extremely cheap. I mean, you can find it on eBay sometimes if you're lucky. They always have the kits, don't get me wrong. But for the amount of time I've had to buy kits, I'm thinking my impulse sealer is probably on its last legs. But what I did was I bought a roll of the tape. This is the tape that goes underneath. I thought I bought a roll of the actual Teflon tape that I'm going to take off, but I guess I didn't. And I just bought kits. So the kit like this that you can buy, this is 2 repair kits right here. It comes with 2 Teflon tapes, 2 Teflon cover pieces, and 2 of the heating rods. So I'd like to be able to find an actual roll of the tape that was less expensive. I did find some on Amazon, or not Amazon, on Uline, but it was very expensive for a roll, so I thought for now I will just do it this way. Okay, so I take off the metal frames along the edge. I usually alcohol wipe these after too, but like I said, lots of you probably have done this many times before, so it's not like you need to watch this, but hopefully you can see what I'm doing. You probably can't. I wonder if I can move this a bit more. Whoa, not that way. Can you see? A little bit. Okay, that's a bit better. You need to see what I'm doing, not my mug. Okay, so off comes the metal things. And wait till I show you how bad this tape is. I can't believe it. It's so bad. So anyways, here is the cover of the Teflon piece, and you can see how bad that was. I've actually just replaced this a couple times, but the metal underneath is actually so toasted. So I'm going to undo this screw here. It's a shorter one than the other one, so I don't mix them up. Come on, little guy. Yeah, this is really bad. It just hooks over a thing at the back here, but it's really cooked in the middle. I don't know if you could probably maybe wipe that. I don't know. Let's just see what happens if I wipe it. I mean, I think it might be considered done, but yeah, it's pretty carboned. Yeah, it's even burnt through the tape underneath. Yeah, I might have gotten another use out of it, but I'd rather not chance it. Okay, and then here is the tape underneath. And it's pretty much not burnt through, so that's a good thing. It's just kind of gross. What was happening with this before was there was a little metal, like a shard or fragment that was sticking through it. I'm sure it was shorting it out. I'm almost positive it was shorting it out. So we filed that off, and, you know, it worked for a while. So anyways, to replace it, this is all cleaned. There's nothing really on there. Take the sticky tape part. This goes on first. And you're going to stick that on here. And you got to get it on straight. Which takes me a couple times sometimes. So I'm going to start at this end where the bolt is. And I hope it works. See, what was happening is my bags were getting ugly brown. Whoops. My bags were getting ugly brown spots on them, and then it wasn't melting properly, and it just looked really shabby, and I don't like my bombs to be wrapped like that. I don't have one that I can show you right now because I've put them away. But I was having to trim all the funny frayed parts off, and it's more work than you want. You want to try to make it as easy as you can, right? Less amount of time to take packaging as far as shrink wrapping goes is better. You don't want to have to keep shrink wrapping and then cutting and trimming every single one. So, but I was putting it off, and to be honest with you, I couldn't remember where I put my parts. But I just came across them today. I thought, yeah, you know what? I gotta fix this because I've got so many to do. So, what I like to do is get this as close as I can to the screw, and the trick is to make sure that it's centered on here and keep it centered all the way up. So let's just see if we can do this nice and straight. Well, I already did it crooked. How hard is it to put a sticker on? Okay, so that's that one already there. It's a little bit too long, maybe not. Okay, so that's that part, and I'll just tuck that down a little bit, just in case, because I don't want any metal to touch. Alright. Here is my other kit. Yeah, I'm going to have to see if I can buy the stuff separately. Oh, my stomach's growling. You hear that? Yes, I'm hungry. So, here is the thingy. And I don't think it really matters which end goes where, to be honest. Both ends look pretty much the same, but let's just have a look at that one. I think I might have put that one on backwards. Alright, well, you hook it over the little guy here. It's just a little hook thing. Take your little mini screw. And there's a spring on that end, if you can. You probably can't see it, but as I'm pulling this thing, there's a spring. So, you want to make sure you get it in here nice and straight. Oops, the screws are magnetic. Wow, that's cool. Okay. Make sure that's all nice and centered. You don't want to have this metal thing touching any of the metal on the bottom or the top. That's why it comes covered up. Okay, so I'm going to actually use this tape that came with it because I don't have a roll. And it's a bit different. See if I can show you. It's different than the one I put on the bottom. The one on the bottom actually has a sticky side. I can show you on the roll I bought. It's Teflon on this side, and the other side is sticky, which I'm not pulling out. But this one has no sticky. It's just shiny Teflon on both sides, and you're going to put this on like this so that it covers up that bottom element. And I don't think there is a right or wrong side because both of these are pretty much the same. And what I like to try to do is I put the where is it? Where's the lines? I put the frame piece on partially, not tight. Where are you? Where's the holes? There they are. I put it on loose so that I can slide the Teflon in. So let's just semi-anchor it right now. Just makes it easier to put the Teflon on. I can never get the screws in very good. Anyways, guys, I may be back on a little later today because someone sent me a challenge. I don't know if you remember in one of my videos, I asked about, I need a challenge to do something a little bit different. So a lady messaged me and challenged me to a couple ideas. One I know I can do. I'm pretty sure I can do. The other one's going to be a bit tricky, but I still think we can swing it. So it should be pretty interesting. I just have to make some stuff for that one. Oh, this is really hard. This is where you're glad. I'm glad it's magnetic. Why should not be magnetic now? Yeah, the trick is not to strip these. Someone actually had, when I got it, one screw was already stripped. I wish I could fast forward this for you guys, but this is live. Maybe I will edit it after and fast forward this part. Oh my god, I can't believe. How many people does it take to screw in a screw? Sorry guys, just fast forward this part, okay? Fast forward the part to me doing this. Or, you know what I mean. Okay, so they're partially in, as in not tight, and I can still move this thing. Same with this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide that in a second, but I'm going to partially anchor this one too. Like I said, please guys, please fast forward this part. This is boring, you don't need to see it. I'm just putting in the screws to put my metal pieces back on. I'm having a really hard time because my fingernails are too long. Oh my good lord. Magnetic, but it's the wrong way. Yes, please fast forward, guys. Hit that button and go. That's my fast forward. Do that. Oh my god, seriously. Don't do what I'm doing. Smarter to do this without fingernails. Oh my good lord. Normally I can just whip these things in here, no problem. But I went and let my fingernails grow, and kind of awkward. There we go. Why couldn't I have done them all like that? So anyways, now I take my Teflon tape, and I slide it in. Come on, pick up. I slide it in partially on this side. Alright. Alright. And then we do the same thing on the other side. If I can lift this up a bit. Come on. There we go. Okay. And then you slip it under that side. And make sure it's under, because you do not want any metal touching your element. I'm having a really hard time with this right now. This is usually the easiest thing in the world to do. I know what I'll do. I'll put that side in first, because it's always easier for me to work away from myself. Alright, so this side goes in that side. Sorry I'm making this really hard. The other video was way easier. Okay, there's that side. I'm going to hold it down a bit. Pull this side up, and we want it. I probably should have bent it a little bit before I tried to put this in here. So we're sticking it underneath this metal. There we go. Okay. Kind of center it a little bit if you can. And now we tighten. There. And I'll do a quick test to see how it works. I'm not cranking it on here right because I'm making sure that it's centered first. Because you don't want this metal thing to touch the element in the middle either. That makes sense. You don't want any metal contact because that makes a spark. And then that's what ruins the Teflon and shorts everything out. So that was part of the problem. Oh, I think this is the screw that was stripped a bit. Yep, just a tiny bit you were, weren't you? Oh, this poor boy was stripped. Sorry for the beeping, guys. That's my, the sump pump is plugged into a power bar right here, and that's like a little alarm to let us know that it's still got power. So, sometimes people turn the light off, the switch upstairs, and then it doesn't make any noise. It sounds great, but we can't have it off. By law, you have to have your sump pump on at all times, or at least powered up, and it's got a battery backup in case the power goes off, so it does a different beep if the power goes off. Okay, shall we give her a test? Make sure that that's nice and straight. Oh yeah, I didn't tighten this one very good, did I? Oh yeah, I did. Alright, so let's just give this a quick test. Do I have my shrink wrap bags now? I'm going to grab a quick shrink wrap bag, if I can get over here. I have two kinds, so let's just try the good one first. What shall we do? We'll just shrink it and see what happens. I know I'm not shrinking wrap a product, but I'm just going to test something and show you how it works and see if it works good. Plug it in, and now you can turn it right down low, which if I turn it low, what it will do is just seal it. It should. I haven't usually used it very often on low, but let's just test it, okay? So this time I'm going to just try to put a seal in it. So you put it in nice and straight. There. So now, the lower setting, it's set to seal. So, and then we turn it up, and I want it to cut that. So this is how I shrink wrap my bombs. I just do this. It beeps when it's done. And it's cut. A little bit frighty. I would have turned it up a bit more, but that's the idea. I can make it smaller here. Same deal. Let's turn it up just a tiny bit more. I always like to make sure that there's no plastic left on your Teflon either, because what happens is that will melt or burn, and then that's how you end up getting a hole in your Teflon tape again. So it shuts off when it's ready. There you go, just like that. It works great. And like I said, I always like to clean off. Do it actually when it's cooled down a bit. But I like to clean off and make sure that there's no plastic residue on your Teflon. Should be no burn marks. This is going to be the next thing I replace. I already had to turn it over. I already turned it over once, so. But like that, it works great. And then you would obviously shrink wrap, and I'm not going to do that because this is my punch. So, and if anybody is interested in the shrink wrap, the actual impulse sealer, I got mine on eBay. This is the box it came in. Is that the right side? I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, same difference on both sides. That's the impulse sealer right there. I think it was like $38, which was a great deal. I've had this beast since 2012. I've only really honestly replaced it, not replaced the sealer, but replaced the elements 3-4 times total. And then the rubber thing I haven't replaced yet, but I'm probably due to replace it. There's different, this comes with it, tells you can get all different kinds of impulse sealers. Basics on parts, tells you how to repair it. It's actually, they're a really good company. They actually sell the shrink wrap bags if you're just starting out and you're looking for somewhere to use or to buy shrink wrap bags until you find a place, you know, that you like when you want to buy a big quantity. eBay just sells like 100 or I think it's like 50 or 100 or whatever, just if you want to try out different types of bags, so that's a good thing. I also got this, from the same company, whoops. Wait a minute, that's a good one, we don't want the FD one. I also got the repair kit from the same company. I bought the Teflon, as in this is the sticky Teflon that goes on first, from the same company, if you can see. So this is the part that you know, and yeah, so they're a really good company. They, if you have questions, you can message them. They're really good. I mean, they're not one of these people that are like, they make you wait days, weeks to get answers. They're bang on. I'm gonna keep this in here because that's what I use it for. So yeah, I just wanted to show that to you guys. And like I said, I actually, when I first did this, I flipped it over, I think once or twice. Kind of moved it over. You can tell by the sizes or the sides. I did try to get as much use out of this tape as I could. But as soon as it went through, that was it. I knew it was time to go. But it didn't go through the bottom tape, so that was good. And like I said, the element, yeah, maybe if I cleaned it up, I might be able to use it again, because it is actually not broken. It's just very dirty, and I think because the Teflon tape went, you had metal touching metal, and that made it worse. But I actually might be able to get a use out of this if I just clean off the carbon, because it's not broken. Usually the elements, when they go, they're actually broken in the middle, and that's a really severe case. But yeah, so just thought I'd share that with you guys. Not a big deal today. The challenge that I was referring to a little bit ago, I will come back on and discuss that one, I think. The reason I'm doing this here is because I have made another new batch of Pomme Noirs on my soaping table over there, so that's why I'm doing this here. But once I put them away and actually seal them, now that my bag is done, yay! Oh yeah, this is what the old seal looked like. Can you guys, I don't know if you can see the brown. Can you see that? Maybe if I hold up this, you probably can't. Let's just see. There's brown. What it does, it was leaving brown marks. That's why I knew it was time to change it. But yeah, so if I come back after I seal my bath bombs up, I might be doing the challenge video and show you what I'm doing. Alright? So that was just a quickie. Just thought I'd share that with you guys, and I'll talk to you next time.